Movies and Martinis celebrates women and diversity in the entertainment world
by ranking trending movies, shows, and books
with two completely different perspectives and ranked by delicious martinis.
Listen to find out how many martinis we felt it was worth.
And learn about the women who have written, performed, and/or directed in everything we have rated.
A new episode is available every Thursday on your favorite podcast platform and YouTube. What's up, everyone? Welcome to our podcast. I'm Priya.
And I'm Mercy. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Priya, how are you?
Good. How you doing? Let's do a little
very
cheers.
Good. Hey,
it's
cheers.
March.
Yes.
Spring is
finally
here.
Spring. It's been so damn cold.
Yesterday,
I've been waiting for spring.
It was so warm in New York this past week. And of course, now it's raining the rest of the week, but it was so warm. We were just like, what the heck? Everybody was out. Yeah. People were out in cutoffs and tank tops. Yeah. It was like 60 degrees.
Yeah. Well, it's 74 here in Tennessee.
Right now?
I mean, I'm in a t-shirt right now. It's 74, but we have rain and cold coming. So the rain comes in tonight. It's coming south from you.
Sorry.
Your rain is coming our way. But it's really hot here today. Billy left hiking in shorts. He's like, I feel so weird. It's shorts, and It was cold yesterday, and it'll be cold tomorrow.
Yeah, you gotta make sure no flies like defrost and fly in the house.
Yeah.
Yuck. So we have our April. No,
March.
I got spring on the brain. We have our April open bar, and I said it again. And we have our March open bar. Yay!
Yes, we do. Yay! And this year, Easter falls in March.
That's so funny. I don't remember the last time that happened.
Funny. Yes, it is funny, right? It falls on the 30th, I think. Let me see. Easter is the 31st. Sunday, March 31st.
So. Oh, snap.
Yeah. So we have a lot of great things happening in March.
Yes, we do. Would you like to kick it off?
Let's talk about our open bar. So open bar is all top shelf only. We're going to talk to you about what is trending, what we've watched that's happening, and what's coming up during the month. So we have a lot of great things. Let me start with saying the fact that on March 8th will be International Women's Day.
Yay!
So that's a really important day. And I have a list of movies, that kind of throwback movies that you can go if you want to just have a day of just chilling and enjoying International Women's Day.
I'm
going to share with that. So I'm going to start with that.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the movie, and I'm going to tell you the year. So
wait, do we have spoiler alert? Do we need to do a spoiler alert?
No, not really. I don't think so, because we're not really talking about anything yet.
Okay.
So these are just movies you can watch for International Women's Day. Again, that's on March 8th. So we have Erin Brockovich, which was 2000, Coco before Chanel, 2009, Iron Lady, which is about Margaret Thatcher, and that was a 2011 movie. Little Women, of course, a classic from 2019. Hidden Figures, excellent movie. If you haven't seen it, that was 2016. The Help, which was from a book. It was 2011, fantastic. The book was even better than the movie, but the movie was great. Beaches, if you want to watch your movie with a box of tissues, that was 1988. Mamma Mia, if you want to have a good time, and that was 2018. Legally Blonde, for a great throwback, that was 2001. The Color Purple, so there you have a choice. You can do.
Wait. Who edited this podcast episode? It's getting so good. So good that I need to give a shout out to our sponsor, Blue Box Media, an NYC-based video production firm. Blue Box Media makes our movies and martinis dreams come true every Thursday by editing every episode. Check them out at blueboxllc.com. And okay, let's get back to those martinis.
The one with Oprah back in 1985, or the new one, your choice, but really strong, great movie. And then Steel Magnolias, which was 1989.
And don't forget
women empowerment.
Don't forget, we can now say Barbie is a throwback because it was last year. You want to watch Barbie? Right. Do it.
So absolutely. And so that kind of helps me go to my next topic, Priya, which is the 96th annual Oscars, which is happening 2 days later on Sunday, March 10th at 7 p.m. on ABC. So it's a whole bunch of great movies, and unfortunately, a lot of them that I haven't seen. Let me see, I had it here. Okay, so let me share with you some of the movies that are being nominated. So the first one is The Holdovers.
Holdovers.
The Holdovers. Yeah, it could be The Holdovers. I'm telling you, I have technical difficulties here with my vision this time. American Fiction,
Great
Zone
movie.
of Oh, you watched it?
It was so good. It was about
I have to watch it.
It was so good. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. The Zone of Interest, Barbie, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Past Lives, Anatomy of a Fall, which looks really good, Maestro, which I couldn't get through, and Killers of the Flower Moon.
Which was a great movie, yeah.
Yeah. So of course, there's the Oscars has so many things like the Best Actor, Best Actress, Supporting Actor, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it's all great stuff we can talk about during another podcast, but just be on the lookout. Then again, it's on Sunday, March 10th at 7 p.m. on ABC. Then, do you want to tell us about what you've watched so far, Pri?
Okay.
Hit us.
I'm going to give you a short list. I know I usually ramble on and give you guys a long list, but I'm going to give you a short list today. So I am currently watching The One Who Lived it's a Walking Dead spinoff with Rick and Michonne. The Walking Dead series ended a few years ago, and it's on AMC, and it is so good. And I don't know, Mercy, have you watched The Walking Dead at all?
I haven't. I only watched like maybe 2 or 3 episodes because Bridget was on it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Your niece.
Yes,
was on it.
yes.
But Walking Dead, in addition to following zombies and multiple storylines of people and characters, the two main people, there's a couple of main people, but the two main people,
characters or actors?
Characters, Rick and Michonne, a cop.
Do we need a spoiler alert or no?
Yes. So the spoiler alert for
Spoiler alert.
guys.
You've been warned.
Because the last episode, if you haven't seen the last episode, I'm sorry that you're about to hear this. Otherwise, jump off right now. So, Rick and Michonne, they fall in love in the show. She's a badass samurai sword wielding woman, and Rick is a former cop. He turns into a leader of a whole group of people, and along the way, they lose each other. Everybody thinks Rick is dead, but he's not. He was taken by another group of people to a city into Philadelphia, a city, and kept hostage there. He couldn't leave or anything. So Michonne went on this whole journey to find him. And in the last episode, she found him. But the love between the two characters and the way they developed these two characters, their story arc is so powerful. And that moment when they found each other, oh my God. It was so good. It was so good. 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100.
That's awesome.
And the series is not over. It just started. So if you guys want to check it out, it's on AMC. I'm also watching Constellation.
Oh, I've heard great things about that.
Yes, on Apple TV. It's kind of like a mind bend. It's about parallel universes. Very sci-fi, very up my alley. I'm loving it so far.
Okay, I was going to ask you if it was worth the watch.
Yes, I think it's worth the watch.
Is it the first season?
Yes, it's the first season.
Okay, so I might
very
just do
good.
That. Okay.
The next one is Parallel, which is very similar, but it's a movie on Netflix. It's not a series, and it's about parallel universes. It's a couple. They lose their child, and they're in the woods. They go away to a little vacation in the woods with the husband's brother, and the woods behind them has some kind of like thing happening with it. Yeah, okay. Power. If they walk into it, they get zoomed into another reality of themselves. So they're trying to find their way back to their original reality throughout the whole movie. It was just really good. Okay. And I don't know if you saw it. Did you get a chance to see Lisa Frankenstein?
No, I never had a chance. I just haven't stopped. I had company.
Lisa Frankenstein was cute. It was on Peacock. It was cute. So if you clean the house, you just want to hang out, watch something, definitely check it out.
So I watched Throwback because it was so highly recommended, and it took all of me to really break down and say, okay, I'm gonna watch it. And I watched The Haunting of Hill House.
Yes.
So that was based on a book. It was a 2018 limited series on Netflix.
Yes.
And it had 93 Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes.
So I really enjoyed it. There were times it was a little bit slow, but I loved how every season was one of the children's perspective. So that breakup of the seasons was really good. So I enjoyed it. I recommend it. The other one that I watched was Nyad. I don't know if you got to watch that, but so Nyad is a 64-year-old marathon swimmer who actually makes it. And then again, spoiler alert, she actually swims from Florida to Cuba at 64 years old. This was a true story.
Okay.
And so it's with Annette Bening and Jodie Foster. And Annette Bening is up for, I believe, actress. She's up for Oscar. And I believe Jodie Foster is for supporting actress or vice versa.
Yeah.
But the movie, which is not a movie I would have ever watched. It's a movie I saw 20 times, like show up on Netflix. I was like, whatever. And I kept going and going. I watched it out of having nothing else to watch. And I was halfway and I had to stop because I thought Billy would really enjoy this. I'm going to watch it with him because I think we'll both enjoy it. And sure enough, it was excellent. It was excellent. It spoke to perseverance. It spoke to dedication, and it spoke to true friendship and leaving your ego aside for your friend and vice versa. It was like a really deep story. It was really good and it was engaging. Like you were really with it the whole time. So even though it's something you might think, it was a really good movie.
Nice.
So that one had 86 Rotten Tomatoes. So I thought it was good. Then I watched, because you had mentioned it, and because it was from a book, Pride and Prejudice, which is from 2015. It was on Prime.
Yeah.
And, there were book fanatics. So it went book to movie. So I wanted to watch it and see what everybody was talking about. So here's what I got out of it. Of course, I had seen it in the past. This was like, a new, not a recap, but a refresher. Thank you. Of the movie. But what I found so interesting was the cast. So I took these notes because I thought you'd get a kick out of this, Priya.
Okay.
So how I was obsessed with Succession. It was excellent. It was up for all these awards. It was just an excellent show, which ended already. But one of the main characters is Matthew McFadden, which is Mr. Darcy.
Yeah.
So he's in Succession.
Oh, I'm sure you were like, oh my God.
Oh my God, yeah. So it was excellent because in Succession, the billionaire or multi-billionaire has 3 kids, 2 sons and a daughter. So the daughter's husband is Mr. Darcy.
That's so funny.
So I thought it was so cool. Then as I was looking at that, I saw that Jane, the character of Jane, which is Rosamund Pike, was in Saltburn.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
She's the mom. So I thought, what the heck? What a coincidence. Another great actress in another recent relevant movie, right? Then I saw Carey Mulligan, who was Kitty, is also in Saltburn.
Oh.
Yes.
That's great. Maybe, I always wonder about that. Like if there's a casting director that brings the same group of actors together all the time in these movies.
Super cool.
Yeah.
And then there's Kelly Riley, who plays Carolyn. And Carolyn is the sister of, she's like that kind of mean sister of the guy that she's dating, that the oldest sister wants to date, but then I don't even know what her character was. So her character is called Carolyn.
Yeah, I know.
I just don't know. You do? Well, so she's huge because she's Beth in Yellowstone.
Oh.
Which is huge because Yellowstone, again, you have 3 kids and she's the daughter.
Yeah.
So I thought, what a coincidence, like all these. And of course, Keira Knightley, who's Elizabeth.
Yep.
is everywhere.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was such a cool connection with all
I
these
love
names.
that you did that.
Yes, I thought that was, I thought that was super cool. So that's everything that I watched. Oh no, I watched one more that everybody's talking about, and I want to share it with you. I know I have mentioned it to you, but time didn't allow you to watch it. It was called One Day. And so One Day was trending on Netflix, and everybody was talking about it, and I kept hearing about it. And they said, so it's based on a book, and then the book was a movie, and the movie was back maybe 2018 or at some point a while ago with Anne Hathaway. And the movie was beautiful. But now the show was much deeper. It kind of took you deeper into the story. And they talk about how you're going to cry. It's the one thing everybody talks about, like, oh, get ready to sob at the end, get ready to cry. I'm like, I'm not going to cry.
Did you cry?
I'm not going to cry.
Did you cry?
I sobbed at the end. Yeah. It was so purposeful that they make you suffer, that even if you don't want to suffer, you cannot help but suffer.
Oh, no.
And it's not a good suffer, but it's not a bad suffer. It's like a real life thing. And it was such an ending twist and an unexpected twist. And then I found the storyline, I found it personally, to go slow. I was engaged, I watched it, but there were times that it was just too slow for my taste. However, at the end, it all makes sense. It's all worth it. And it talks, you know, again, like many of the books we've read about the love of community, how everybody comes around during hard times and all that kind of stuff. So just talking about it because everybody else was talking about it, and I watched it and I sucked it up, and then I cried like everybody else, like a fool.
You big baby.
That was that. Yes. Yeah, you watch it and tell me you didn't cry. You'll cry before I cried.
We'll see.
Yeah. So let's talk about what's coming in March.
Okay. So Dune 2 just came
number
out.
one.
Yes.
Yes.
Just came out in theaters. I am dying to see it. I've been seeing all like the red carpet
it's
stuff.
Excellent.
Oh my God.
Lawrence,
so
excited. Mauricio watched it.
Said
he liked it more than the first one.
Oh, snap. Well, probably because there's more like character, a lot of relationships happening right now in Dune 2 that they were just, so Dune 1 was like a setup for all the relationships right now in Dune 2. So that's probably why. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. It's in theaters. Check it out. Let us know what you think. Maybe I'll do a post about the book and the movie, comparing it later on.
I love that.
Godzilla and Kong. The new Empire is coming out March 29th. My family is super excited about this. We love all the monster movies, all the Godzilla and King Kong movies. Super excited about it. Coming out in theaters March 29th. Right now on Hulu, there's a show called Shogun. And I don't know if you remember, it's based on an older movie called Shogun.
Okay.
And it's both in Japanese and English. It's mainly Japanese characters. There's a Japanese theme for the whole movie, samurais. And it got a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
wow.
Yes. And I haven't watched it yet. The whole time I'm like, wait, we gotta watch it. Wait, we gotta watch it.
When you watch it, let me know. Because I have a list of to be watched instead of to be read.
But when it came out, it had 100%. So somebody lowered it by 1%. I don't know who you are.
Always that one person. Always that one person.
So I'm super excited about that. And last but not least is Kung Fu Panda 4.
That was my list, man.
Sorry.
You killed it. That was my list.
And that comes out March 8th, which is this weekend.
Yes, which is International Women's Day again.
Yes.
And so before we let everybody go, I wanted to talk about the fact that we both watched and endured True Detective Night Country. So that's been a huge topic because so many people are saying, how did it get such good reviews when it was so freaking slow? So I don't know how you felt about the show, and I'm going to do spoiler alerts in case somebody hasn't finished it or hasn't watched it.
Yeah.
The whole freaking show ends with 1,000,000 holes. It's like somebody grabbed the film and just punched 1,000,000 holes and nothing makes sense at the end. It's like they rushed through it. I kind of feel like it might have been a show that needed 13 episodes, and like at episode 6 they decided, okay, well, we're good. Like, what the hell? Wait. So you have these men that are frozen in the middle of nowhere. It's how it starts, which is pretty gruesome.
But it happens like nobody knows how it happened.
But they're terrified, right? Their faces like they died terrified.
Yeah, but before they died, in that opening scene, they say, she's awake.
She's awake. Okay, so there's no awake towards the end, because it's a group of the cleaning crew that actually take them out there and let them stay there to die. Who the hell scares them to death? And then why did the veterinarian that comes in halfway through that says they were dead before they were out there?
Mm-hmm.
So there's so many things that just make no sense.
Yes.
And then, and then you talk about the fact that at the end, when they're interviewing the main character, the detective, who's Jodie Foster, they're asking her about, there's a cop missing. There's a senior cop missing. And there's a guy that was arrested, or a criminal that was with them that's also missing. And she's like, I don't know. Not everything has an answer. Oh, well, c'est la vie, right? And then all of a sudden she's in the car having a cheeseburger with her daughter.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Because her character is a dick. Sorry to use the word, guys.
In what world does a police, do you get away with something like that? Like,
but this is Alaska, in the middle of nowhere, near the Arctic Circle.
She was being interviewed by the FBI. So,
but again, she still has that mentality that they're out in the middle of nowhere. Like, who gives a shit? And she's been through a lot of stuff already in her life. Like, and she has a lot of things that she's dealing with mentally, with her daughter and all that stuff. And
losing her son. Yeah. I get it. There's a lot. And her partner and everything they endured. Exactly. I get it. There's nothing more depressing than being where they're at that time of the year.
Yeah.
So I get all that. But it leaves you with, I mean, if you're really paying attention, nothing makes sense at the end. Nothing adds up. So if you didn't waste your time, don't watch it. If you're going to watch it, good luck.
Well, you said you did. I actually enjoyed it. I didn't tell you.
Oh, look at that.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for the holes in the story. Like, it kept you guessing, like, what the hell's going on? Like, is it aliens? Did somebody, an actual person, murder them? Is it something supernatural? Because people keep them walking out into the middle of nowhere and killing themselves, unaliving
and seeing
themselves.
Dead people. Mm-hmm.
Seeing dead people. Like, there were apparitions all over. There are all these, like, there's a native indigenous community there, and they have a theory about what's happening, like all these folklore and stories. And so there's a lot of places the story can go. And I liked it for that reason. And I liked Jodie's character is an idiot. Like, she even said in an interview that she hated her character.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She's like, I can't stand the character. And look, she enjoyed playing her because it's out of the norm for her. But she said the character is a dick, and the character totally is one. I love her sister. I'm not saying her name.
Okay, so you're talking about Evangeline, her
partner. I love her.
Callie Reese.
I think she's an MMA fighter in real life.
Yeah.
And she is badass.
She really is. I thought her tats were for the show. Mm-hmm. And then I saw her, I know that's her.
Yeah.
And then she has like the piercing in her dimples with the 2 little diamonds, which I thought was like so cool. Mm-hmm. But that's really her. That wasn't for the show. So I was like, oh, damn. Like, she was her true self.
Yeah, yeah. And I think she's raw and beautiful. And I loved her character.
Yeah. I also liked the daughter. The girl that played her daughter, which is Leah.
Oh, yeah.
Her stepdaughter.
Yeah.
And her true name is Isabella Starr LeBlanc. Mm-hmm. So that was good. And the guy, the young guy that Jodie Foster is such an ass to.
Oh, him. That's the young guy. Yeah, that's the assistant sort of character.
And that's the one that, again, for the 3rd time, spoiler alert, he's the one that kills his dad.
Yeah.
And then has to clean up after the whole mess.
Well,
and
the dad is an ass too. Like,
I know, okay, but since when do we kill parents that are asses? And then he had to clean up after him, and then dispose of him.
Yeah. But again,
So
they're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they are the law. Who's gonna punish them? They are the law.
They are the law, yeah. I did love those the lines, how they painted the black lines to not be silenced across their mouths.
Yes.
Remember? I love that.
Yes.
Like, what a powerful message.
Yeah, they do that in the indigenous communities. You see the red hand to represent women who are missing. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening in that show, and I enjoyed it. I mean, I wouldn't say. So
how many martinis would you give it? Let's go there.
I would give it like 4. I would give it 4.
Okay, I'd give it 2. I expected more of it because I'm a fan of the show, and I'm a fan of Jodie Foster. So it's a storyline. I love the acting.
Yeah.
The storyline. I would give it 2.
Yeah.
But I did watch it. I didn't quit, and I never fast forwarded. So.
That's good. That's good. There's also the theory about the polar bear. There's something happening with the polar bear.
Yeah, with the missing eye.
Yeah, so I don't know how that's going to turn out in the next season. But I tried watching the previous seasons and I was bored.
Right.
Which shows you how different our personalities are.
Yeah, because the first one is with Matthew McConaughey and I forgot his name.
Mahershala Ali.
2 guys. It's 2 guys. Woody Harrelson.
Oh, okay.
It's 2 guys, and it's really good. I thought it was really good, but it was dark also, and it had all these theories, and thoughts, and anyway. So that's it. That's everything for March, you guys. we just covered March.
Yeah, we just downloaded a lot. So you guys check out everything that we talked about. Let us know what you thought. Like, share, follow, all that good stuff. And if you haven't already, check out last week's episode for Ron Felber, our first Books and Martinis interview. Yes, it was fantastic. It's getting a lot of great response. And this month, for Women's History Month, we're interviewing Svana, and she's author of Iris, The Birth of the Immortals. Of the Immortals. And her episode is coming out March 28th. Yep.
I hope you can see this.
Yes, make sure you tune in for that.
Yes, it's going to be fantastic. So we will see you the next time. And until then, have a great one, you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye, Priya.
Bye.